The war in Ukraine is raging on. Both sides are reporting aerial drone and missile attacks. But a new report has once again reignited the debate of use of nuclear weapons in Ukraine. As satellite imagery and aviation data suggests that Russia may be preparing to test an experimental nuclear-powered cruise missile. An analysis by New York Times notices movements of aircraft and vehicles near a Russian base in the Arctic region. The remote base is known for conducting tests of nuclear-powered missiles. Similarly, over the last 2 weeks, U.S. surveillance planes have also been tracked in that area. According to a report by Nuclear Threat Initiative, earlier, between 2017 to 2019, Russia conducted 13 known tests. However, these tests were unsuccessful. U.S. also claims in 2019 an unsuccessful launch killed 7 people. The missile is known as the Burevestnik or SSC X-9 Skyfall. Experts have warned if used during wartime, the missile may destroy large urban areas and military targets. Putin claims these missiles can overpower and outmaneuver existing U.S. defense systems. Russia has shared little about the design of the missile. However, Putin claims the weapon is nuclear-powered, while adding that it can carry a warhead. David Dunn is a professor of international politics in the University of Birmingham. He is now joining us live from Birmingham, England. David, good to see you. Welcome to the show. First of all, what do you make of this report that Russia may be preparing to test an experimental nuclear-powered cruise missile in the Arctic Sea?
Well, as you say, there's nothing particularly new with this system. They've actually been trying to perfect a whole range of exotic new nuclear weapon systems since about 1917. So this is part of their so far unsuccessful attempt to try and prove what is an exotic technology. The thing that makes this interesting is the idea that it would be powered by a secondary nuclear engine inside the missile. It would be launched by a solid-state rocket, and then once it was in the air, it would be powered by the small nuclear reactor. And what that would do is give it a very long endurance. It could fly a very long distance, 14,000 miles, and possibly stay aloft indefinitely due to that technology involved in there. What that gives is really nothing very novel, in that actually Russia has thousands of long-range ballistic missiles that have a much shorter and quicker and more direct flight time. But it adds one piece of exotic technology to their arsenal. Right. So in the event that all their weapons are destroyed, they have a second strike capability with this missile.
David, U.S. claims that the unsuccessful launch in 2019 killed 7 people. How big of a threat are these nuclear missiles or even tests?
Well, the tests themselves of a system that is clearly proven difficult to make work are a problem, in that whenever you use radiation, there is a risk of that being having an effect in killing people. In this case, the 7 crew that tried to rescue it, or falling on people's heads if it should actually be flown over land or even sea areas where there are shipping. So it's never a great thing to actually use nuclear technology in such a small form and unproved technology. But ultimately, in terms of the threat as a missile, it's no more of a threat than the other systems that Russia has in its arsenal. It's just Russia trying to be experimental and prove other ways of killing people.
David, finally, and I want your brief response to this one. So if the tests are proven, what impact would that have? And what sort of reaction could Russia get from the nuclear agency?
Well, the concern is that it adds further to their arsenal. But actually, in terms of the overall threat that Russia poses, there's nothing really new here. It's just an exotic way of making the warhead fly. And that's of no real concern above Russia's nuclear arsenal as it stands.
David Dunn, thank you very much for all your inputs and for talking to WION World is One today.
Thank you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.